start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Ravens at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Go. Hey, 133.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's got room. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Mitchell, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Once more with Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Elijah Mitchell hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, along the line. Regular.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mitchell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. King, king, king.
Mayfield. He'll find DeGuara complete. He's at the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Kamara off the draw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. K.J. Osborne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game. Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Lawrence going to throw again. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Keenan Allen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys have now moved out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 5. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Here's Mayfield. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Real. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield with it once more. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Alert!
After the sack on first down, Mayfield under pressure, and they got to him again. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Run. Hurry. Alert. Up. Kings.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, alert 33.
Throwing, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. An unfortunate sequence there. Trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Berrios now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Lawrence throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 29 yards. And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Regular. Run. Run. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Cowboys. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Ravens 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
36 yards on the play. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. Mayfield on first down. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, 39 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it. They're happy, and it resulted in a touchdown. Two-line connects on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lawrence will throw. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. You got pressure. Hey, 1, 2.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd down and 3.
Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll get this out to Kamara. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Berrios now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys make over first down again at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. And Allen's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he gets it down to the 32. 64 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of it.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield now. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, Mayfield. He'll find Aguara, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 41, Mayfield. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Well, now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here's Baker. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Cowboys, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.